What it do, what it do, what it do. It is your boy Andrew Schultz, aka Mr. Goody Two Shoes, and who am I with as always? Josie Huggins, aka Old Man Huggie. Talk shit or get off the pod. Episode 128. Bohemian Groove. Motherfucker.
How are you, sir? I gotta check these volumes real quick. We're in good shape. Oh, wait. Now I've unmuted myself on there. So, hey, what's up, man?
Hey, you know, long pause for the audio. That's okay. Don't worry.
Not that long of a pause.
I mean, exactly. But it'll be fine for the cut.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Are we saying that? Yeah, I guess my birthday was Sunday.
My birthday's kind of Sunday, if you're gonna call it that. This upcoming Sunday will be 1 year without drinking.
Dude, congrats. That's badass.
We're kind of running this Sunday to Sunday.
Warhorn for that one.
How was your birthday though?
I was chill, man. I pretty much just was off work, lazy, relaxed. It's been crazy. Real stressful, tired, but I rested, and then I went to the Mavs game yesterday, so that was tight. It was good, man. I mean, I think this time last year I was like moving, and it was crazy stressful. So for me, like it was nice to just honestly not do shit, post up, sit around, just vibe, watch garbage TV, and not have anybody call me or ask me questions. It was really nice, actually. I just told everybody, like, you guys gotta work on Sunday. Everybody better show the fuck up, be here, do your shit tomorrow. And then they'd be like, why? I was like, it's just important, just do it. I didn't want to tell them.
I mean, did you work?
No, I was off, but I didn't tell, and I didn't have to do anything, but I didn't want to tell them, like, hey guys, it's my birthday, please just show up. I'm just like, to show up to fucking work. They're like, why? I'm like, tomorrow, that's just not the day you want me to show up.
You should start just saying the shit that like the guy at the poker table says to me. You know, he's like, get down or lay down, homie. Get down or lay down. The sun's coming. The sun's coming.
He says that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think I told
That's
this
incredible.
I think I told this story on the podcast, but you know, he's a brother, you know. And there's this other guy.
We got good one-liners, man.
Yeah, but there's this other guy that's there, and he looks exactly like Omar from The Wire.
Oh, that's awesome.
And to the point where, like, so I had already thought that, like, I recognized him from, like, something like that, but I never said anything. But I played with him a bunch. And this is a different guy, right? Different black guy.
Oh.
Then one of the dealers out of nowhere asked him about if they were going to reboot The Wire. And then I was like, what? I was like, this is the guy. And then I, like, Google the guy, and I'm like, yeah, it's the fucking guy. And then, but I don't realize that that guy died like 2 years ago.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, so I'm like, I think I hit up like a group text. I'm like, I'm playing with this guy from The Wire, and then I realized like, no, he died. And then I asked him later why that guy asked him about The Wire, and he goes, oh, because he thinks I look like the guy in The Wire. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Omar's pretty distinct, but yeah, he died. Fentanyl was a fentanyl.
Yeah. But this guy does really look like him. Anyways, and he wears like a bucket hat.
Does he have a scar too?
I mean, I don't like.
If he has the scar, he's trying to look.
He doesn't have. No, he doesn't have a scar.
That would be like, come on,
like,
bro.
No.
He's like already looks like him, so you see like catch him like cutting himself in the bathroom. They're like, bro, chill.
I don't even think he saw The Wire. Like he was like, I don't know. He just thinks like.
Yeah, maybe he's like, I never want to see that because.
No, I think he has seen it. I don't know. But my point is, so. I'm like rolling dice with the Iron Ape. This is like 3-4 months ago, and I was just yelling at him like I was like, "Get down and lay down. The sun's coming." And then I go up to the not Omar,
yeah,
and like tell him that story, and he's just like laughing along. But it wasn't him; it's the other guy that says that, and I got them confused.
So you tried to bond with Omarion from The String, not from The Wire, and you confused him with another black guy?
Yeah.
Be thankful that wasn't Omar, dude. That might have been it, dude.
I just think he didn't know what I was talking about. Like, he was
Dude,
just like he was like laughing
I
along.
should go in like dressed as like Brother Muzone, like the guy from New York, the Brotherhood of Islam guy with the bow tie, the other assassin,
You should and then start playing.
and then just go sit next to him and start
A lot of
playing.
like there's there's a lot of like white
That
old dudes that like
that would
would probably
trip.
would not appreciate that.
That would trip anybody who thinks he looks like the guy from The Wire. That would freak them out. They'd be freaked out.
I mean, I told you about like when I won like $450 in less than
Like,
an hour,
yeah,
and then at the exact same time they like took the chips from a black guy and we're not letting, or no, they just weren't letting him cash out his chips.
why?
I don't know. He's like, "Oh, y'all aren't gonna even let me cash out my chips," and they're like, "Sorry, you can't cash those out right now." And I was like, scooping and just $100 bots like quickly, and then I just went and like, because like I had played like 8 hours because we were doing this drawing for a car the last time I was there, and
Yeah,
I was up like 500, but like I lost like I went down to like 200 because I just was staying there till they did the drawing. So
yeah.
I was like, I'm not letting that happen this time. I'm cashing out right now. And then he's like still fighting, and I just get like my money. Like I was like sat down less than an hour, up 450, boom, out, and that guy's
So
arguing.
you watched your card house be racist to a black man and
It
not let
felt
him.
a little racist, but I don't know like what he did. Like, what if he was cheating?
How? But then why would he have the chips if he was cheating in the first place?
Like maybe he did something sly because he came from the blackjack area. It wasn't poker. So like there's blackjack and baccarat and pie gow. They go on in the other room.
Yeah.
They call them California games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so like I guess they're games. They're not games of just chance, is what they say.
Well, I mean,
So
they
like,
kind of are. Like Pie Gal's just poker, but
I
with
mean, kind of, but there
two
are
hands that
decisions.
have the best
There are decisions that
odds.
you make.
Yeah, that's true.
Like blackjack, like there is ways to be better at blackjack than be bad. So
Yeah.
that's I'm just saying that's how like they literally define them as California games. It was something that we had to pass like in a on a ballot sometime like 10, 15 years ago or something.
Damn.
Yeah, so that happens. I don't ever go over there. Um, well, like I'll walk over there just like if I'm on a waiting list just to check it out, but like I don't ever play over there. But anyways, that's where it was coming from. So who knows? Maybe you put like a bet down on blackjack, and why they got to call it blackjack? But maybe you put the bet down and then like pulled it back or something. Like shit like that happens at the poker table, and then they just call the floor over. They get on the camera, and then they just decided immediately, and like they're like stern about it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you guys walking around strapped and shit in there, dude.
Oh yeah, there are. Like sometimes there's not, depending on like who's on like that. Like there, it's so weird. Like sometimes there's guys who don't have guns at all and like couldn't do anything, but then there's guys there who look like straight up like Secret Service agents, and they have like bulletproof vests on. They have like the earpiece, walkie talkies, the gat. Like they're ready to kill.
Dude, that's a job you got to get.
I mean, I was there at exactly at 2 a.m. on the dot when that chick won the jackpot at the blackjack, $158,000. So
Damn.
she had to be walked to her car, and they had like the guy with like all the shit, and who was like super like fit, like ready to like fuck people up, and he told her that 15% would get her to her car safely. But he was kidding.
Damn.
Maybe I don't
100,
know.
158K.
At 2 a.m.
Damn. That's some wild shit to go home. Be like, baby.
It was like mom, dad, and daughter, and apparently they're regulars
Oh,
at the blackjack table. So that's why everybody was like stoked. They're like, at least it was regular. It's not just because it was so high that jackpot. Like everybody was going in there trying to hit it.
but if it like was somebody else, it'd be like, damn, who's this guy's first time fucking here? He'll never be back. He just won 158K.
Right, but like, remember, I should have won that jackpot in the poker room, and that was like in the beginning when I got there, and I would have just become a legend because I was already earning a reputation of being good and like being there consistently, and then I just boom hit him. Like the jackpot it doesn't mean like you don't do anything to earn the jackpot. Well, apparently you do. If that guy had just checked, and we would have got the jackpot instead of him going all in. But other than that, it's like you just get dealt the hand. That's why I wasn't even thinking about it. It's because that's like like you're just gonna win the jackpot. Like it's obvious you're gonna stay in, with the hands that you need. And so, but like when people win the jackpot, they get like clout, at the poker room.
Well,
And it's
yeah,
like
bitch just won
you didn't really do
158K.
anything. Well, that bit will hurt, but no, I'm saying like the poker room because like those jackpots go like once every month, like and whoever's like on it, like people start whispering like, "Oh, dude, like Mike over there, yeah, hit the jackpot, yeah, dude." Like, and
No,
it's like
no shit.
it's like it elevates them as like a poker player. Instead, now I was the guy, and I'm only because I told people that I folded it. Now I was the guy that folded the jackpot, so it went completely left.
Damn, bro, he's good. Yeah, man. But one time, dude, bro folded the jackpot. No shit.
I swear to
Yeah, dude.
God,
Two
yeah,
days later, George won it, dude. George just
couple exactly.
scooped that shit up,
I'm
dude. That
telling you,
kid
man.
should
A
have had
few
it,
months
man.
after that, a few months not that long ago, so I was at a table, and this guy goes to another guy in front of me. He goes, "Oh, that's the guy that folded the jackpot." I was like, "You guys talk about this like when I'm not around? That's insane."
That's wild.
Yeah,
Wild, wild, wild. But other than that, you've been good, sir. Nothing crazy to report. The pool,
just
pool,
grinding at work.
anything. The pool chronicles.
I was vacuuming a pool,
Okay.
and just reached a little too far, full head underwater into the deep end of the pool, while I was wearing like a hoodie and like a long sleeve under it, and had
Damn.
my phone in my pocket, and like I don't have any towels or I didn't have a change of clothes. It was just my shoes, everything, dude. I was just like, fuck, and I did it like it was just, yeah, it was brutal, and it was like only halfway through like the day.
Yeah, falling in the pool with your clothes on sucks.
Yeah, like in the hoodie,
It's
and like
just
the shirt that I had on was like it's like white, like it's a white long sleeve that I had on under it, so just like I couldn't really take off, and I didn't want to take the hoodie off because it was like so cold, like out here, like the wind, like I'm up in the canyons,
yeah.
and and it's like I'm out in the morning, and like so it's so fucking cold, and I'm dealing with water now, I'm soaking wet, and I didn't want to take my hoodie off and then like be like freezing, and like want to then have to put a wet hoodie back on, so I just rode with it. And then I went to I stopped and got an energy drink, and um I was talking to the guy at the cashier, and I was like, he's like, pool business, and I'm like, dude, I just fell into a pool, and he goes, doesn't look like it. And it's like I'm so soaked that it's like you can't even tell because I'm just like uniformly wet.
Everything just matches. Like the
Yeah,
colors look
yeah,
correct.
exactly.
Everything. It's just all
Yeah,
darker. It's just all
because
water dampness.
I'm wearing dark navy pants and a black shirt, So it's just like He's like, you can't tell, and I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Well, hell yeah. Well, I'm glad you're doing good.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out. And you got your coffee.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Also, the INA who I work with told the boss that that I call him MAGA Mason, just because I heard he like into Trump, like not that he like acts like MAGA or anything around me, and it was just like his first name, it was like alliteration.
Yeah, it makes
So
sense.
yeah, and I'm just like always looking for nicknames and shit. So I would just say kidding around to Tyson, and then like he like he told him, and like his wife also works in the business, and so I was like talking to her at the meeting. She goes, "Oh, like we heard about your nickname that you gave Mason. Like we've been saying it all weekend. We like it." And I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" I was like, "I would never have like said that to the boss or like or like." And I don't. It's not like I have a problem with him at all. Like being MAGA, but because he's not MAGA, he just. I don't know. Like if I didn't know Tyson, I would know at all like what his politics are whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
And and then she goes, and I heard you had a podcast. She goes, what's it called? And then I was like, she was trying to take a picture for like for some like work, directory thing.
Good.
And so I just like was like, and then I like, and I brought Wero with me, and I gave her the leash to wear so I could put this shirt on for the picture. And so then I just never said it to her, but but geez,
Yeah, dude, he
Tyson's selling me out, bro.
put you on blast. I had
I
somebody do that.
know.
I have a
Like, come
nickname
on,
for my
man.
boss. Um, when we call we his shares the same name as a former pizza billionaire mogul who was removed from his job, and so we would call him that, or PJ for short. And one of my
Well,
one of
you
my
can't say it on the air.
nah,
Papa John,
I just don't want to say it, but
pop,
he
Papa Juan.
or it'd be PJ for short, and somebody like called him that. I was like, oh fuck, like shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, that's like
Or says it casually to another member of senior leadership, like,
it's very
oh,
similar
somebody
to
seen PJ, and then they're like, who's that? And they're like, oh, I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
it's like in Succession where they call their uncle Mo because they all sit and like know he's a molester, and then they have to go in front of like the Senate and they're like, why do you call your Uncle Mo? Because it's like not even close to his like real name, and then they have to like I think Cousin Craig has to like say something. That's what
Yeah,
it's like. Or in Southern Hospitality, which is a show on Bravo that airs after
good. This is a good show.
Southern Charm. It's like it's Vanderpump Rules for Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay,
That's exactly the like how you have to think about it. Um, and they're like all servers, or that's like a VIP club, and so they're all either like VIP, like
bar, server,
yeah, yeah,
cocktail,
yeah, yeah,
concierge.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, all that. And so they're all like on this group text without like Maddie, and they're worried about her because she's been getting really skinny and she's been going through trouble with her boyfriend. So they're all like talking about like, hey, does it like, are you worried about her? Like I am, blah blah blah. And then Joe, or what does he call him? He calls him Joey Bottles. That's what he calls himself.
that's awesome.
Joey Bottles, uh, he goes and he shows Maddie the group text and like he's like frames it to like where they're all talking shit about her, but really they weren't. They were like just concerned. So then they're like, dude, like what? Like how the fuck could you show her this group text? And on the group text, he's talking shit about her actually. So they're like, did you scroll up a little bit, like where he calls you like a narcissist? And she's like, what? Like, but anyways, him sharing the group text is like what we were talking about. You know,
Yeah.
it's like saying to the boss, tell the boss that I got a nickname
Saying
for him.
like nicknames to people that don't need to know their nicknames. It's a good thing. It's a us
Exactly.
thing. That's an inside joke thing. You
I
know?
know.
Like I had this one guy, his name was Mikey, and he hated being called Mikey. And one time I accidentally called him, I was texting about him, and I called him Milky. And then it was just Milky was like his nickname. It was just old Milky Mikey. Like
You ever go to like the milkman?
if he was like, doing nothing and chilling, I'd be like, he's over there curdling, dude. Look at him. He's just over there milky as fuck. It just fit. But no one was ever like, hey, Milky, come here. Like, you don't say that. You'd be like,
Well, it's
what?
weird. It's weird how the universe lines up like this because there is a character, a person on Southern Hospitality, O'Sheen, that they just brought in for this season. He's like Scottish or something,
His
or
name's
like
Milky.
he on OnlyFans. He's the milkman,
The
and
milkman.
he's like wearing like speedos and or less, and he pours milk on himself in various scenarios.
Mm.
Yeah, and he looks like Tarzan. Maddie met him in Tulum and pitched him on a job in South Carolina.
Interesting. You know a lot about the show. It sounds very
Well,
dramatic.
because it's like all these shows. Like I like watched. Like I was watching I got high with my buddy, and then my mom was watching Real House of Beverly Hills, and we just were watching it with
Oh,
her.
yeah. I mean, I
Well,
watched all of them. I watched them with my
I
sister,
know,
too.
but then when it goes straight into Vanderpump Rules and doesn't tell you the very first episode ever. So
Yeah.
now we're hooked to Vanderpump Rules. Same Vanderpump Rules goes into Summer House first episode ever and like
Yeah.
doesn't tell you that it's and then same thing with Southern Charm goes into Southern Hospitality. So it's like you're just there from the beginning of the series. So that's how
Yeah, I mean,
they hook you, bro.
yeah, I mean, Vanderpump Rules, G. Of course, all Housewives. New York, underrated. New Jersey's great. Hotlanta, Peak
Gotta get
Atlanta.
in Summer House, Winter House, bro.
Peak Atlanta was good, but I'm gonna see that first batch and of course, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I talked to you about how Vicky used to have her holiday Christmas party at our club in Austin.
Yeah, but that's Orange County.
That's Orange County, but all of them. I know there's Beverly Hills, Orange County, New York, throwing a fake
I only
leg.
stick with the
New
Californias.
Jersey, whenever they're like husbands are fighting and husbands are fighting brothers, and then they're going to federal prison,
Deported.
going to federal prison for fraud,
And then deported to Italy.
yeah, that's fantastic.
Amazing.
That's so good, but still,
Juicy Joe versus Joe Judice. No, I guess that's Juicy
yeah,
Joe
at
versus
the
Joe Judice.
at the when he just like gorilla runs him, and it's pretty sweet because he kind of like underhooks him and like flips him. Like he does like a move where you're like, yo, bro, like your brother's yoked out and whatever, but your old man
You think
husband
you
just
could take him?
No, there's no fucking way,
They're
dude.
like 5'4".
Dude, no, her brother was big, dude, though. And he runs right at him to go tackle him, and he doesn't budge. He
He's
underhooks
like
him.
5'4", bro.
He underhooks him, flips him, but he's gonna be solid like Italian, just muscle and like wine.
The bowling
dude.
ball.
Yeah, he's just going like he won't be able to knock him out. Every time you knock him down, he'd be on one knee and he'd be like, "It's pretty good, kid. You got a mean hook, but you gotta hit a lot fucking harder than that." And he'd like stand up and he'd be like, "Holy shit! Like I just hit this guy with a brick, dude." He's
All
like,
right, speaking of the eye towels, and this is like not gonna be great for the audio, just the demonstration. But I was watching Pat McAfee, and he was like had Mike Lombardi on, and calling him like the paisan of the program, and like he just like
yeah,
he
he's
did
the
like
he's
he
what's
does
his name?
he does this, but like he like the hand, like hey, like an Italian would do for the audio, but like he does it like he's like juggling somebody's balls, like he's like be- like he's like doing it like he's like it's insanity, dude.
That's
I was
right.
like, what is going on here? Like, who told you that was a good idea? It was like I could see the thought process though of like just how far can I exaggerate that hand motion,
Yeah,
that Italians like get, hit with.
yeah,
And then but then it's like, bro, now you look like you're juggling balls.
yeah.
So you went too far.
And also Lisa Vanderpump, Steal Me Tomorrow.
Shout out. You love an old British woman.
Sponsor us. Just,
Sponsor us, bitch. We could go we could do live podcasts
We'll
at
do,
all of her restaurants.
we'll just do nothing but Vanderpump pod.
Actually, like Jax and Tom Schwartz, they're all doing that right now. They're all doing like a marathon where they go to each one because they all have bars now. Jack's got a bar out here with Brittany.
Oh, I know they all have bars now.
Yeah, so they're gonna go bar hopping, podcast hopping. Stole our idea.
Well, that's in their own bars.
I know, but I'm saying like I know we can go to like, but like Lisa's got money in all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's like, yo, you're not starting a bar without me. It's called Vanderpump Rules, bitch. 10%.
I rule this shit.
At least. No, you get 10%.
Yeah.
I get 90.
Yeah.
No, like with because she did Tom Tom with Tom Schwartz and Sandoval.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to go make Schwartz and Sandy's on their own without Lisa, and they kind of like started doing it without telling her. And then it like, of course, it fucked up, and like like it was taking a lot longer, costing a lot more money than they thought. And she like on one episode's just like, if you want, like I could buy you out of your stake in Tom Tom, which is like a super successful restaurant, but they only had I think like 20% or 25%,
Yeah.
but she's like, I could buy you out, and they're like seriously thinking about it. It's like, you fucking idiots, like you guys, she just came to you with this idea of this restaurant, gave you like a quarter of it, and then like, and it's just like killing it, like just a cash machine for you, and now you're just like, oh, we got to go do our own restaurant, and then it's gonna fail, and you're gonna like have her buy you out, and like she's ridiculous.
Well, but I mean, they're probably insecure with the fact that Lisa is.
They couldn't make it without her.
Yeah,
without
Lisa's,
the sugar mama.
Like all of them, like Lisa's got them all propped up in some way, shape, or form, or has at one point.
Got them titties propped up.
Damn. Therapy questions.
Therapy question number 1. Would you rather have unlimited money, power, and respect, or unlimited love, peace, and happiness?
I mean, it sounds corny, but probably love, peace, happiness, man.
That's right. Unlimited.
Unlike, because I think that'd be you'd be reaching a point to where those things wouldn't matter, which
Exactly.
is like the ultimate goal. Like, there's so many things about like in your day to day, if you get like more power, or as you garner more
Respect.
respect from your peers, or more money, there's more pressures that come with that to maintain that, uphold that. As or if you've just reached the point to where you're just like unlimitedly happy and peaceful and just love everything, and like, I mean, that just sounds like that's a utopia. So you would have to pick that. Anybody who's like money, power, respect, like, I mean, I could, that's easy. I mean, that's like a easy cop out, you know.
I mean, yeah. Well, the thing is, with money, power, respect, you could still get to happiness. You don't necessarily get money, power, respect from being happy.
Yeah, and also,
So I'm saying that that's to play to steel man this argument, as they say.
well, and you're not going to necessarily garner a bunch of peace and love if you have unlimited power.
Money, power,
And
and respect. So it's like Putin has like probably the richest man in the world, right? And he's got like a lot of power, but not very respected around the globe. You know, it's like he would be gone if they didn't have nuclear weapons. Like
and
that's for damn sure.
and he
Like
doesn't look
so,
very happy when you see him. They're definitely
right? But
not
he
in
doesn't
a
have any
loving.
respect. So you got the respect part of it. That to me kind of almost seals the deal there. But peace, unlimited peace, love, unlimited love, dude. That's how you get
Well,
them
that's what I'm saying.
STDs.
You can be respected and still not loved.
No, I
People
know.
can
No,
respect.
I'm
Yeah,
saying, now I'm back on the other side.
yeah. I mean, I'd much rather choose the love, peace, and happiness, because yes, you can have unlimited money, power, and respect, but you're not going to achieve those things. You think about unlimited money and power that Putin has, and the other three things like had nothing to do with the acquisition of those. It's like the opposite. Well, no, I mean, he's like murdered people and he assassinates
Yeah,
people,
fuck
and
the money up.
yeah, well,
He's a fucking he's a all he is just a Russian mafia
yeah. If he
boss
didn't have
sitting
a
on top of a gas station with nukes.
damn,
That's all they do. That's their economy. Well,
that's
now they're a full-time war economy, which is insane. And I heard that the Russian now they're at a point where Russia might not be able to survive as an economic like anything without being in war because now they've changed the economy so much to be like building artillery and all this shit that like that and so like their GDP was up like 4% or something last year or I don't know, maybe about 4%, but maybe like 2%. But it was
but
like where when we have like all these sanctions and all this shit on them, we're like, what? And it's like, well, because they're spending a lot of money, like so like deficit spending, and India and China are still buying their oil just at a discount. Like India used to get like some like fucking like 10 or 5% of the oil they get from was from Russia. Now it's like 70, and China the same way.
yeah,
Um, so they're able to still get like they're like maybe even losing money on that, but they're getting revenue at least in, and then they're throwing that at the economy, and so uh, Russia might be in a place to now only be like looking for more war to like sustain the economy.
the
Because like
little
look at us like in World War II, like that pulled us out of the Great Depression.
yeah,
You
sure,
know, it's there's precedent.
yeah.
All right, therapy question number two: would you rather never be able to go out during the day or never be able to go out during night?
Probably would I rather probably go out during the night. As peaceful as the night is, like, you get so much shit done during the day that if I wasn't able to go out at night, like, you're not
Best,
being able to go.
the best things happen at night, dude.
Yeah, but shit's closed, dog.
Not if you're in New York.
Yeah, I guess the city never sleeps, so
That's
that's
right.
possible. I guess it just depends on where you are.
That's right.
But even then,
In LA, it's 2 a.m. They shut down. Like drinking is what I would think, but that's when the club shut down. And it was like they were like in LA they were gonna pass it to like to be like New York where they don't shut down at like 4 or 5, and like some stupid ass fucking mayor like vetoed it. And I was like, what?
why?
I know. And just think about the money.
What a buster, dude.
I know. It's like, are we a big boy city or not?
With some,
Shutting shit down at 2 a.m. And then during COVID, it was 12 a.m. That's,
because that helps.
yeah, no, that's how you get a Chinese prostitute on your ass, bro.
You still look over your shoulder
I got to.
forever.
I got to, dude. I know G be looking.
Maybe that was a
We
whole.
just got done recording a podcast right before all that happened. Therapy question number 3. Would you rather take amazing selfies, but all of your other pictures are horrible, or take breathtaking photographs of anything but yourself?
Oh, breathtaking photographs of anything but myself.
Well, like the selfie part, I'm extending it to just you're in the picture, so it's not just a selfie.
Yeah, breathtaking photos that have nothing to do with me. That'd be like some screensaver shit.
I'd much rather just look fucking great in every photo I ever took.
Yeah, but I don't care. Then I would never just take photos of myself. So I'd have some cryptic Instagram where it was just amazing pictures and nobody know what I'd look like. It'd be like Banksy of photographs. That'd be tight.
Yeah.
When I say it like that, you're like, that does sound pretty
Well,
tight.
also, and I guess in this one it says selfies, and it says you can't take good pictures of yourself, so it's not like somebody else couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, other people could take pictures, but the photos that I take are breathtaking, and I never take selfies. So you could be all down to earth
Well,
and
you
humble,
could take selfies; they just would look bad.
and just be pretentious about it, and be like, I never take selfies.
You should take selfies and then manage everybody's expectations. So they're like, "Oh, dude, this dude's ugly," and then they see you in person because usually it's like you like hear like a podcaster or like a radio host or an artist like you're like, "Oh, dude, I bet they're like good looking," like, and then you see him and you're like, "What?"
So they see you and you're like, oh man, he's not that good looking. That's rough. And then they see you and you're like, oh man, he's pretty.
Dude. Yeah.
That dude handsome, bro.
Yeah, because usually it's like, "Oh, dude, he's way shorter than I thought," and it's like, "No, dude,
He's
sneaky good looking."
he's giant, dude. He's huge.
Yeah,
Super
they call
tall.
it like sneaky tall. Sneaky good looking.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
He had subversive.
That's how you frame it.
He was subversively handsome.
No pun intended.
Boom.
Therapy question number 4, final therapy question, Joseph. Would you rather be an amazing virtuoso at any instrument, but only if you play naked, or be able to speak any language, but only if you close your eyes and dance while you are doing it?
Maybe speak any language, but close my eyes and dance while I was doing it. Because then I'd just become an international singer. I'd just become like the world. I'd be famous. You'd be global, dude. You'd be able to sing you could write your own songs and sing them, perform anywhere. You'd be badass.
What are you talking about? I'm a virtuoso on any instrument, and I could do it, and I just do it naked.
Yeah, so you'd have some record.
That's box office shit, dude.
Yeah, that'd be a wild.
Out there naked, he's putting in 100,000 people in the seats because he's the best.
You'd have to just have a curtain in front of you so they just see your silhouette.
Curtain?
Yeah, I don't think you can like play inside.
Going tongs out.
I don't think you can play inside city limits with your dick out.
No, I'm breaking rules. And shit's changed since Jim Morrison whipping.
When you're that good, you get to change the game. I can have my dick out. I'm so good at the ukulele.
I'm amazing at any instrument.
I'm so good.
Virtuoso.
I'm so good at the ukulele.
I'm retarded with it.
I play it with my dick out, and nobody says shit. You ever see me play the harp? Play the harp with my dick. You ever seen that shit?
Yo. What instrument does Yo-Yo Ma play? Cello.
Ever see me play a cello with my dick? You're like, damn, dude. Play a lot of instruments with your dick. You ever see me play the clarinet with my
with my
dick. With my dick. Only my dick. It's a wind instrument.
Have you ever seen me play the oboe?
That's a wind instrument. That's a reed.
The oboe with my dick.
Is that long?
Cowbell with my dick.
They call my dick the bassoon.
Triangle with my dick.
Because that's what I play. The bassoon.
Xylophone. It's a lot of dick. We're moving on from therapy questions. I mean, no, I think the answer is obviously instrument playing naked. Obviously.
Oh yeah,
If
guys,
not only for the OnlyFans.
You could
Only
record
for the OnlyFans.
You could like record naked albums and stuff, and that would like the behind the music would be wild. Like, yeah, he was incredible. I've never seen anybody play the drums like that. But there's a rule: whenever Andy was in the studio and they were recording an album, he had to have his dick out. If his dick wasn't out, he couldn't do it.
I know. Yeah. So somebody would call you a fraud when they like play this, like, and you're fully clothed, and I'm like, dude, I'm not a fraud. I just got to be naked. And then like be like, all right, if you won't let me be naked, then I won't prove it.
There was like a
right,
video. It was like, put the fucking shorts on. You're like, dude, I can't put the shorts on, bro. I can't play.
If you want to hear this sweet, sweet, sweet music, I got it with the dick.
And you're like playing really good naked, and they throw a
playing the bongos naked,
no.
like on Matty McConaughey.
No, you're jamming out on the drums, and then someone throws a blanket on you, and you're like,
like out of rhythm, like just corny white guy.
Just shuts you down.
Dude.
Just
I'd have to have a net. I'd have to have a net around me so that people didn't try to clothe me.
Yeah.
It's like Harry Potter's cloak, but in reverse.
That cloak was tight, bro. I always wanted that cloak. I was like, whenever I was reading Harry Potter, I was like, that's like the most practical thing to sneak around some old wizard castle.
Rhyme back in the day, it was like, you can't see me because I'm Harry Potter cloaking.
It's good.
And I'm a white boy cracker, so you know I stay token.
Article number 1, kind of stupid, but I am on Twitter and I follow this shit all the time, and this has been like crazy to me. I don't know. You're on what's it called now, right? Are you
Bumble?
On
Hinge?
X? No, on X. You're on X, right?
I don't ever get on it. I have at Mr. Goody Two Shoes. Holler at me at Mr. Goody Two Shoes.
Okay, so do you know who Ryan Garcia is, the boxer? He fought Tank Davis, Gervonta Davis recently. It was a really big fight. He's promoted by Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions, Hispanic wrestler. I think hasn't lost too many fights. I think he's lost one. He got knocked the fuck out by Gervonta Davis with a body shot. He's also recently had a kid. This is the second or third time he's married some chick, gotten her pregnant. She has the kid, and within about a month of her having the kid, he divorces them.
Second time?
Yeah, second time. Super crazy, super toxic. Well, Ryan Garcia.
Sounds like a nice guy.
He has a fight against Haney this week. I think it's Sunday or Monday. Ryan Garcia, he's 20. He's 25. He started posting all this weird shit. And I know this sounds dumb, but it's not, because now Alex Jones, Andrew Tate, all these other Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah, that makes it sound way smarter.
Oh, they're just all involved. It's so fucking weird. So he posts this video to his TikTok and his X, where apparently his house got broken into and robbed. There was surveillance footage. Then the other day, he posts this wild video of gibberish where it sounds like people are breaking into his house and he's kidnapped or potentially had offed himself. Not true. This motherfucker then comes out and does a press conference. This is all leading up to this fight. They have this press conference. I think it's either Sunday or Monday. It's literally
the press conference.
Oh, the press conference that he had. What was it? Hold on. So the press.
I'm saying, like, what was the duration between him missing and offed himself to press conference?
Oh well, the press conference was a release statement to friends, family, and fans.
But how much longer after?
16 hours. So there was like a dead zone period where nobody could get a hold of him, nobody could talk to him. And in the video, it's like some people are like, oh, let's get him. Well, this motherfucker comes out, does that. Then he hops in a Twitter X room.
Not an X room.
like an X room.
Like a XXX room,
No, like a X chat room, whatever the fuck
like a
community,
Twitter chat room,
Twitter space.
Twitter Spaces.
There you go. Or X space.
That's
Um,
like for audio though.
yeah, so it's just
That's
them
where
talking.
Ron DeSantis launched his successful presidential campaign.
So this is an article by DailyMail.com. It is what is Bohemian Grove? Inside the mysterious elite men's only retreat that is name checked in Ryan Garcia's disturbing claims. This motherfucker came out of the woodwork, hopped in an X Space chat room with Andrew Tate, and let him know that he was kidnapped and taken to Bohemian Grove by higher up elites. This dude has been going on this crazy rant that he got scooped up and taken to Bohemian Grove, which is where Alex Jones infiltrated way back. Have you never seen that video?
Nah, bro.
That's real. That's actually crazy. If you want to know why Alex Jones has any sort of clout or any sort of credibility about some wild shit, you'd look up Alex Jones getting into Bohemian
Also,
Grove.
the Epstein stuff he was on early.
Well, this is like the evidence in this stuff is pretty crazy. But so, sidebar: Bohemian Grove is this.
Now we're just pumping Alex Jones shit.
No, but this is actually like real.
You have some supplements we could sell.
No, this is real. This is before the supplements. This is when he was just like in Austin. He was an investigative reporter. He snuck into Bohemian Grove. Bohemian Grove is this area in the Redwood Forest in California. It's this big summer retreat, and every year, politicians, influential people, and stuff, they go meet out there. It's private property. You can't really get into it. And there's all these myths and stories about what they do, whether it's like gay sex parties or whatever the fuck's going on. It's existed for a really long time. It's definitely real. It's not made up. Alex Jones snuck in with a hidden camera, broke into Bohemian Grove, like trudged through. I'm dead ass, dude. It's crazy.
Are we sure that wasn't like a
No,
client?
like no. This is like no, like he sneaks in and records them having this crazy weird ritual. That it's like got this big owl statue. I'm not. You need to watch this shit after the podcast. It's crazy. People in robes with torches, and he like breaks in and like records them doing this and sneaks the fuck out. And then you also see where he talks to people like oh my god, I can't remember what his name is. It's not Dan Rather, but it's somebody who's like in media, and he's like, oh, I snuck in there, and he's like, and the guy's like, dude, you're that motherfucker that did that. Like, it's like, what the hell were you doing? He's like, oh, I broke into the place. And he's like, well, you were not supposed to be there. Trespassed on this private property. Well, anyways, that's years ago. This Alex Jones has got all of his hair. He is skinny as fuck. He is bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Like, this is, like, him doing this is why InfoWars exists in the first place. Is because he actually went and did this. The video is actually there. You can watch it. It's credible. It's not.
So now Ryan Garcia is there.
So, Ryan Garcia claims to have been kidnapped and taken there by elites, tied up in the woods and forced to watch terrible things happen that they all will say that elites do or don't do. But he was screaming this. Oh, it's April 20th. I'm sorry. Wait. Yeah, April 20th is their fight. I'm sorry.
It's on 420. How I could see how you could forget that. Or on Monday.
Well, no, I can't remember where I was saying that they were just trying to. He's
Why
just
would it
trying
be
to get
on
the fuck out.
Monday,
Or
dude?
maybe that's one of their big press conferences on Monday, like this upcoming Monday. That could be it, because they're like Devin Haney says he's just promoting the fight. I don't know, but he
So
said
it's in 6 weeks.
yeah, but they normally do promotions about a month before, like they're big.
No, I know. I'm just saying the fight's in 6 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, all I know is that this motherfucker's going off the deep end, and they're talking about how he might be trying to duck this fight. But what he's saying is he's talking.
Do you
about
believe him?
the Bohemian Grove. So if you're looking on the article I have, there's pictures of like Bohemian Grove. There's Ronald Reagan sitting there, Richard Nixon's on the other side of him, sitting down in the Bohemian Grove, and there is this 40-foot. There's this fortnight-long encampment begins with the cremation of care, which is this thing where they have this big fire pit and they burn this like straw form of a person and like chant. And that's what Alex Jones got video of. Dead ass.
You got Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan.
No, you don't know who's in the hoods, but there's pictures of people hanging out at the Bohemian Grove Club that aren't.
Oh, they're wearing hoods.
well, the people that are doing this burning of the effigy, this picture is them just hanging out inside like the
Is that like a
lobby.
cross?
There's like a lot. No, no, no. It's an effigy. It's like shaped like a human. It's in front of a giant owl statue.
So they're burning a human effigy in front of an owl statue while wearing hoods.
Yep. And carrying torches. And
And
they
where
come
is
in.
this? What state is this in?
This is in California.
Of
Dude, I'm
course it is.
telling.
That's
Dude,
where
I'm
Reagan
telling.
and Nixon are from.
Dude, I'm telling you. Like, look this shit up. It's like pull up your phone and just look up.
No, bro, I'm not looking at it. It's a trap.
No, man, this has been going on for.
That's a trap, man.
No way, man.
But before I forget, I don't know why. In the beginning of the story, it reminded me of
That's
like
Reagan. And there's Nixon. And there's Reagan. Oh yeah, and look, this is the wiki. So, hold on. It's what does it
all
say?
right, all right, all right.
No, you gotta see the tabs on it because they're crazy. Court cases, symbolism, membership, history, tradition, symbols. Dude, this place is like real. It's fucking
I
wild.
believe you.
But so apparently he's been taken there and taken to Bohemian Grove, and now he has been corrupted by the elites. And this boxer's been going all over Twitter. So Alex Jones is retweeting him, and he's like, "Yeah, man, this shit's crazy. Told you guys." And Alex just like, "Yes, Alex Jones, we know like that Bohemian Grove's real." But he's like retweeting this like coked out 25-year-old boxer with probably like early onset CTE. Don't mean to make light of CTE, but I mean boxers just they end up with having pudding brains half the time anyways. But this motherfucker is running around telling everybody that he's been kidnapped, taken. He's going to expose everybody who's been doing it because he has video evidence of them doing this stuff. I was like, dude, you like if you have like it's wild because Twitter allows this shit to happen now, and Elon Musk is retweeting it and talking about it like what this guy's talking about is fact.
This reminded me of like I haven't been on TikTok a lot, but I just got on it for a half second, and this chick in the crowd of a stand-up comedian like show said there's this place called Cincy Jerks, and it's a place where guys go, and you could jerk off, and then like you could help another guy jerk off, but when you leave, everybody's still straight.
Okay.
Cincy Jerks. That's what TikTok's feeding me. It's like 4 videos in.
Weird. Well, Bohemian Grove is an exclusive 27,000 acre campsite in Bohemian Avenue, Sonoma County, California, which hosts the men's only Bohemian Club. According to the club website, the vast redwood forest retreat includes trails, river access, outdoor theatrical, and dining venues. Every July, there is a camp on site for over a fortnight attended by some of the Earth's most influential people in politics, culture, and business. It involves over 100 entertainment events performed by club members, outdoor activities. The motto reads, "Weaving spiders come not here," taken from Midsummer Night's Dreams. That's basically, it's just weird. It was established in 1872. Mark Twain was an early member.
Well, shout out.
So it's been around for a really, really long. Hoover, Reagan, Nixon were all members. But yeah, so Alex Jones, after he snuck into the camp and filmed the cremation of care. Like this is why it's controversial. It's a crazy picture of Alex Jones. But in
Has
1989,
he taken one that's not? Like he's like in that therapy question.
uh,
It's like you can only take pictures where you look crazy.
well, it's
He took that one.
Well, I mean, why is Bohemian Grove controversial? Over decades, many journalists have attempted to sneak into Bohemian Grove. In 1989, Spy magazine went undercover and mixed with the likes of Henry Kissinger and what they called was
He's involved.
establishment's secret two-week frat party. But more sinister accusations were made by conspiracy theorist Alex Jones in 2000 when he snuck into the grounds, whose historic claims said that they were included. Oh yeah, well that's what he said. Recorded one of the camp's rituals as they burned an effigy at the cremation of care. Many refer to the ceremony as a satanic ritual, but is presented as a metaphorical banishment of members' worldly cares which are left outside the grove's boundaries. So they burn the form of a human to be like, hey, we're not worried about the world.
Um, Speaking of crazy podcast hosts, Tucker Carlson went on Lex Friedman's show, and he was like acting like incredulous. He's like, he asked him, he's like, "What did you think about like the denazification argument?" And he goes, I don't even know what denazification is means." And he's like, it means exactly what it sounds like it means." And he's like, and he's just like acting like he wasn't like there to be like a puppet for Putin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. Article number 2. Key takeaways from Super Tuesday results. We had the Tuesday results. Super Tuesday come in. Nikki Haley won Vermont, but she's done with the race. Um,
She gone.
but I mean, there's a lot of
You want
people.
to give her an applause or a war horn or something for her campaign? She's the only person that besides Biden and Dean Phillips, I guess,
I'll play the
ready
my
to take out
I'll
Trump.
play the PTSD button, which is like bombs and explosions in the background. It's like war in the distance. And if you play the heart pounding over the top of it, it's a 12 gun
I can't
salute.
hear it.
I know, 12 gun salute for
Oh,
Nikki Haley.
12 gun salute. Are we playing taps?
Yeah, we could. But
We
I
have
mean,
that on the lot.
there's a lot of people that say they're not voting for Trump, who voted for Nikki Haley.
I know it's insane, and like, like everybody's like, oh, the media's biased, like, like this old trope, like whatever. But I'm not saying the media is biased, but like I've noticed how the media can really shape, like how like the narrative, and like not being like sinister or anything, just like, but just how they do it, and then it's like, so they're like, oh, so the whole thing is like Biden's like winning all these states like 80, 90%, and it's like, oh, but there's these uncommitted protest votes, and it's like they're 10%, 11% of like, and there's people are saying like they're still gonna vote for him. This is just to like try to get him to move on like the Israel Gaza shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like, oh, Biden, look at these uncommitted. Meanwhile, Trump's like only putting up 60%. He's getting like 40%. I mean, sometimes more he does, but like, so 40, anywhere from like 20 to 40% on every state. Like she just outright won Vermont last night. Got
yeah,
like 17 fucking delegates.
yeah.
Um, but like, so she's taking like 20 to 40% on every state, if not winning it outright. And it's like, oh, Trump's just dominating. Trump's dominant. It's like, bitch, if you're losing, like, just let's take the bottom end. 20% of your own party, like, won't vote, or let's just say that half of the people that voted for Haley won't vote for Trump. So, and we'll take the very bottom, just for argument's sake. 10% of your party refuses to vote for you, you lose. This shit's decided like on the margins.
Yep, full steam ahead for Trump. Trump posted a dominant performance with wins across the country. They call it Super Tuesday for a reason, Trump said. This is a big one. Some of the victories were staggering in their size. 70% margin in Bama, 61 in Texas, 70 in California. The former president will walk away with a near insurmountable lead in convention delegates, even if he'll have to wait until next week, mathematically locking up the nomination. With Nikki Haley formally announcing on Wednesday that she will be dropping out of the race, the nomination is certain. In Carolina, 43% of Republican primary voters said immigration was the most important issue for them, topic that has been the top of Mr. Trump's political agenda. 64% said that they trusted Trump over Nikki Haley on border security. Those Virginia primary voters also said they wanted a candidate who shares their values and fights for people like them, qualities that tilt toward Trump over temperament and electability. But where there are some alarms, despite the big win, there are indications that continued dissatisfaction with Trump among Republican primary voters. In Virginia and North Carolina, Ms. Haley continued to do well in counties with large numbers of young, suburban, and college-educated voters, and some of their concerns registered in exit polls. 40% of Republican primary voters in Virginia and 32% said that Mr. Trump, who faces charges, would not be fit for president if he's convicted of a crime. 21 only 21% said they would vote for the Republican nominee no matter who it is.
Yeah,
21%
I
of
don't
the
buy that.
of the people who voted for her
I do not
among
buy any of that bullshit. Like they say, like, yeah, 40% of Republicans say that he's like not qualified if he's convicted. It's like, bro, like we know he's guilty. Like you're waiting for that. How many fucking lines has he crossed where they've compromised their values? This would just be another one. Like because the first ones that's gonna go is the hush money, case that his lawyer Michael Cohen literally went to prison for the exact same crime for doing it for him. They just decided not to charge him at the time, but he was so nobody had a problem when he went to prison. So this should like so, but people are like, watch, you're gonna see be like, it's the paying a porn star, who cares? And these are like Bible thumpers, you know what I'm saying? Like they gave a Muslim, like Obama's a Muslim, and now it's like Trump's like a fucking troglodyte, and like they're fine with it, dude.
yeah. Yeah.
So don't bank on that fucking number. It's like all we got to do is like get him convicted of a crime. Like I
Yeah.
doubt it.
On the Republican side, Biden struggles to shake Gaza protest vote. More than 100,000 votes, 12% of the total turned out ballots cast for uncommitted instead of the incumbent president as part of the war protest. Gathered approximately 20% of the vote and topped the mark in the counties around Minneapolis. There is a large Muslim population in Michigan and Minnesota. There's like large communities up there. North
Well,
Carolina.
Minnesota, it's like Somali, big Somali like diaspora, and then a Somalian
Yeah.
diaspora, and then Minnesota, it's a lot of like Palestinians
Yeah.
and Muslim,
In North Carolina, one of
a
the
lot of Arab Muslims, I should say.
Trumpers, one of the true election battleground states on Super Tuesday, 12% of the voters opted for no preference. Tonight's numbers show that President Biden cannot earn back our votes with just rhetoric. Over 35,000 Minnesotans made it clear that Democrats want Joe Biden to change his policies. Yeah,
Yeah,
Nikki Haley.
it's a protest vote for Democrats. We get it, and it's not that big of a deal. Like when they go to, it's like the Muslims are gonna go vote for the dude who banned Muslims come from coming in the country. You know, go for it. Sounds tight.
You can't really. Yeah, I don't think Trump's. You can't really vote for him. I mean, yeah. Look at Nikki Haley, 86 delegates. Meatball Ron, 9, and Vivek Ramaswamy had 3 delegates. Trump's got 1,000. He's got 1,044.
Did you vote yesterday?
I did not actually.
Oh, look at this schmuck.
I did
I did.
not. I'm in the heart of.
Well, I was going to the Mavericks game, couldn't vote.
I like
Buster.
work all day. Sorry, man.
You're just perpetuating the fucking Greg Abbott and Ken Paxton, just trying to keep the black.
I'm in
man
the
from voting
heart
in
of
Texas.
Abbott and Paxtonville.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're preventing the black man from voting, and you're just like letting it happen.
I'll vote in November. These up here, these are all goofy. Speaking of which, did you see it sidebar? But did you see that crazy 60 Minutes interview with the Moms of Liberty? They had 2 of the Moms of Liberty people on 60 Minutes. It was the most unhinged shit ever because they can't answer any questions, like at all. Like they can't answer. Like, so what are kids being indoctrinated with? She's like, 12% of kids aren't reading at their reading level, and he's like, yeah, that's not what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm asking you. Well, they're just being indoctrinated to not read because they can't read well.
Even Meatball Ron's coming around. He's like, because it's like 90% of the book challenges are from like adults who don't have children at that school.
Yeah, it's so weird.
And so yeah, so they're like, okay, this is like, he's like, you have to have like a kid at the school, or it's like you could only challenge like 2 or 3 books within a time period. is what they're doing now. It's like, yeah, dude, like, what do you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, you opened up Pandora's
We should be
box.
going up there and just like burning like fucking like books from the Heritage Foundation or like, some Ronald Reagan like biographies,
But
ban that shit.
I do think one thing to take from all of this is
Nancy
that like
Reagan is pornographic.
is I hope this is the last time, and it's not. But like these old fucks, man, whether it's Biden or Trump or Mitch McConnell, all these old guys just making all these decisions and refusing to let go of power and just relinquish, like that they don't know what's best for everybody moving forward. It's so tiresome at this point. They're idiots. It's all these old fucks. They're
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like and none of them are any better than the other just because they're all fucking. It's just so back asswards, man. Drives me crazy.
Uh, I forget who the reporter is. It's like Peggy something. For like the Washington Post. She every year writes what she thinks the State of the Union speech should be for the president, which is the State of the Union is we're recording this on Wednesday, March 6th. It's tomorrow, Thursday, March 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And she opens it up with like that he's going to be giving all of his delegates to somebody at the convention that the party votes would be the best person to run. That's how she opens it up. How he should open it up. They asked Alexei Navalny's wife to come, but apparently she couldn't make it. I don't know what the fuck else she's doing.
Hiding. I don't know.
She's in Germany. She's chilling.
That doesn't stop them from doing shit. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's true, but trust me. Well, like I know it just seems like Putin's like just a fucking frivolous ass crazy person, but like Russian, like there is like Russian mafia code shit, and they usually leave the family members alone. But this could be obviously you can't trust this motherfucker with anything.
Yeah.
Like the way that he treated like Navalny's mom and shit, like in the funeral. Like they kind of let up, like because like thousands of people kept coming out. And there was like 100 people arrested on the day of his funeral, and then they just kept coming the days after, and it was mostly peaceful. So because like it's like a bigger problem if you're like taking out all these people. It's like you look weak. You already look weak. Shit's
Yeah.
weak,
The
dog.
fact that people are showing up makes you look weak, and then in
You had to
defiant,
kill this guy
and then yeah, the fact that you killed this guy makes you look weak.
before the upcoming election. And I haven't heard anybody say this, but this is like the former prime minister of Pakistan is in jail, and they just had elections, and he wrote letters to his lawyers, and then they used AI using his voice, reading the letters that he wrote, and they sent out robocalls, and his party took like the most seats out of any party and he's from jail. And so I think that might have like scared Putin. And Pakistan's got nukes too, dude. They're a real ass country. And I think that might have scared Putin of being like, oh shit, if Navalny's like can write his letters, do AI, basically run a campaign against me, and embarrass me because they have I think another election next month. I think it's
Yeah.
like this year. Yeah. So, uh, he was probably fucking worried about that. But then also, I also heard that there was that negotiation going down, which I don't know if this has been substantiated or not, but it was supposed to get Evan Gershwich, the Wall Street Journal reporter, Paul Whelan, the former Marine, and Navalny, in exchange for this like fucking like crazy like Russian arms dealer, another one that like Putin really wants. And then once Putin realized that we were willing to negotiate for that guy, he just went and killed Navalny. So it just took him off because he couldn't stand the fact that he would be free. So that's another argument.
Yeah, because if he was free and made it here, it's way really hard for him to come touch.
Yeah, here or Germany. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, so it's down to the two old geezers. It's so exciting. And this is just another article fighting for freedom to choose a president. No labels 2024. A presidential party Our third-party presidential movement, No Labels, is planning to move towards fielding a presidential candidate in November, even as high-profile contenders for the tickets have decided not to run. Too familiar with the matter, said Wednesday.
This
Have you
is a
seen?
fucking Trojan horse for the Trump team.
You think so?
100%.
No Labels leadership guests left Dan Webb, national co-chair Dr. Benjamin F. Chavez, and founding chairman Senator Joe Lieberman.
Yeah, that fucking cuck. That's the guy that voted against the public option. Only guy, one guy, Democrat at the time. Fucking voted it. Otherwise, we could have had it. Joe fucking Lieberman.
No Labels will not name its presidential or vice presidential picks on Friday, when roughly 800 delegates meet virtually in a private meeting. The group is instead expected to debut a formal selection process late next week for potential candidates who would like to be selected in coming
You know Joe
weeks.
Lieberman? He's not a cuck. He's a soy boy.
Soy boy.
You know what that is?
Yeah, it's like soft ass dudes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a baby cuck.
A baby cuck? I didn't know there was a baby cuck.
It's a soy boy. It's like a
A cucklet?
a cucklet.
A little baby one.
Yeah. A cuckle.
I mean, yeah, this is just so the group has been weighing what it would present as a unity ticket to appeal to voters unhappy with both Biden and Trump. No Label strategists have said they'll give their ballot line to a bipartisan ticket with a presidential nominee from one party and a vice presidential candidate from another party. So we're gonna mix it up. Yeah, this is goofy. I mean, are they going to debate? Are they going to be able to show up to the debates? Are we even going to have
Donald
debates?
Trump said, "Hey, Donald Trump said today, I'll debate Biden anywhere, anytime."
He said that?
Bigly, yeah, he said that today. So we'll run that back and back. I mean, if he can, if I mean, can you debate from prison? Can you even debate from prison?
Can Biden debate from hospice?
Dude, the hospice, dude, all he does is crush. Check a player's stats.
Oh, I know. I'm not hating on the stats.
Check a player's stats. I'm riding with Biden.
Well, I mean, you got to.
My mom came back from her hair appointment yesterday and told me that Adam Schiff, who's running for senator out here, told me that his wife was George Soros' daughter. That's what her hairdresser told her yesterday. Tight.
Nikki Haley said she's not interested. Joe Manchin said he's not. Larry Hogan from Maryland has been involved with No Labels, but he's seeking a Senate seat.
Tony, dude, this shit's a trap. Fucking RFK Jr., he's on the ballot in Utah only right now, but he says he has enough to get on the ballot in fucking Georgia and Arizona, two like battleground states. He hasn't actually got on the ballot there, but it's also still up in the air whether RFK Jr. will take more from Trump or from Biden. But it's just having him around, just like people getting fooled, like, oh, it's a fucking Kennedy, you know?
Yeah.
You got to be better than Biden. That's obvious. It's like, nah, dude. This guy's an anti-vaxxer before COVID.
Who's this horsey fuck? There's a voice.
I know, but I also have seen him say he's like I know my voice sounds horrible. He's like I can't stand like listening to myself after I do an interview and stuff. He's like I feel bad for people who have to listen to me. He's like said this like verbatim, and it's just like something that happened. It's like a tremor like on his vocal cord, and it's like this disease thing that he got like back in like '97, I think, or something.
Vaccine injury.
It's the Kennedy shit, dude. It's like you could be a Kennedy, but like you're probably gonna die early or get some fucked up disease, you know?
Yeah. Last article from NPR: scientists have taken a step closer to resurrecting the woolly mammoth. Terrible idea. A biotech company that hopes to resurrect extinct species said Wednesday it reached an important milestone: the creation of a long sought kind of stem cell for the closest living relative of a woolly mammoth. This is probably the most significant step in the early stages of this process, of this project. Yeah, I mean, why are we fucking doing
You
this
know, the
shit?
woolly mammoth was like around when like they were building the pyramids, so it's not like this is like, oh, what are we doing? You know, like we're like injecting like a T-Rex into the mix. That's not what we're doing.
That
Woolly
this is how
mammoths
this shit
were around
starts.
when humans were around.
This is how this shit starts.
Oh, dude, come on, man! I'm coming for those tusks. I'm gonna be an international illegal woolly mammoth tusk seller on the black market. Let's get paid. Let's get paid. I'll be a virtuoso when we're making woolly mammoth tusks into piano keys, bitch.
This achievement is
Eh,
still far from the ultimate goal of creating herds of giant hairy beasts roaming the wild again. But Church said it's a major step.
tuskless.
This is kind of like asking Neil Armstrong if he plans to go to Mars. Kind of misses the point. He just landed on the moon on
Dude, you're
Apollo
taking
11.
rhino horn for like your pee pee? Nah, dude. Woolly mammoth tusk up in
I'm
your
taking
shit.
that mammoth tusk for my dick.
Dude, that mammoth tusk. Oh, dude, if your dick's hard for 8 hours, you ain't calling the cops. You're calling more girls because you're on the mammoth tusk.
Called.
Not the cops, the doctor. I
Yeah, I
think,
was
right?
like, help,
Maybe you are
police!
calling
My
the
dick
cops.
won't my dick too hard. I'm like, God damn
And
it!
then what you're into? Whatever you're
Third
into.
call this week.
Maybe you're into some BDSM and you're a black guy. You just want to like to get beat up for fun because your dick's so hard. You know, maybe that's your style. I'm not here to judge.
Officer, quick, come quick! My dick's hard. And be like, oh shit, not again! Third call tonight. What's going on? That mammoth tusk.
That mammoth
They're
tusk.
using it. They're
That shit
cutting
slaps.
they're cutting ecstasy and MDMA with it. I mean,
Oh fuck. No,
it's
yeah, now we're
replaced.
gonna
It's
get
replaced.
fentanyl in our mammoth
It's
tusk, and
replaced.
yeah,
It's replaced fentanyl. So rather
we
than
have to have we'll have tight controls on
people
our
aren't
product.
dying, people aren't dying from fentanyl. They're dying from erections.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, ethical concerns. Sometimes scientists suggest reject the whole idea. What are we going to do? What are we going to get out of this? First of all, I think you're going to be a bit of a freak show in the zoo somewhere. And then if you're going to release a herd into the Arctic tundra, is that her going to march off to its second extinction in the face of global warming?
Exactly.
I think this is irresponsible.
We're gonna have commercials of woolly mammoths on like a glacier, like ice piece, like the polar bear, you know. And it's like, look at this polar bear, and it's like, and it's just like floating away in an ice sheet, like that broke off from a glacier. We're gonna have woolly mammoths. Like we have to donate, and, symbolically adopt a woolly mammoth just to keep them alive because they're gonna go extinct so quickly.
Some people think it's a bad idea because there will only be one lonely, cold adapted elephant. That's not our intention. It's to have them fully socialized in large herds. Some people think it's a bad idea because it takes money away from conservation efforts, but in fact, we're injecting money into conservation efforts. Church said the woolly mammoth program could lead to new ways to protect endangered species like the Asian elephant by expanding their habitat and helping scientists understand these animals.
Shout out.
That sounds like a bad idea, man.
No, man, dude, it's not a slippery slope. This is cool, and then we'll deal with the next one. We'll decide if the next one's fine. I don't think they're going too far here, bro. Think about all the fucking wool you could get on the woolly mammoth just to like clothe people.
What I find troubling is bringing back some sort of surrogate that is part mammoth, part elephant. Bringing that back as something that would be somehow that would somehow be portrayed as a conservation would be a difficult sell on my part. Others agree. There are so many species going extinct today. We're actually going to be able to help. We're actually not going to be able to help any of them if we're thinking about woolly mammoths the whole time. We need to.
That's not true.
We need to-
Also, can't you just use the same technology? Obviously, we have the fucking stem cells for all these animals that are not extinct or didn't go extinct that long ago. If we can reproduce woolly mammoths, that means we could reproduce all these fucking animals. You know, what are we talking about? Shit, problem's over, dude.
So I mean, you're for
Yes.
Project
Clone
Mammoth.
them all and let God give them haircuts.
Well, that's just because you want the side effects. You want
I want the hard dick. I
want that
it's just
18
the
hour
commerce.
that
I want
18
the
hour
commerce.
erection. Let's see
And then what
Alice.
if woolly mammoth meat is good? You know, that's what like. What if that we find out that that was the shit that like really expanded our brains and made them bigger?
So we're just
You
gonna
know,
start bringing back
just
extinct.
crunching.
Just Jesus, just start bringing back extinct
We're
animals to see
using the
ones.
entire body of the woolly mammoth, the wool, the horny tusks, the meat, and then we could just do something with the bones. I'm sure.
Make weapons, spears or something.
Too. Give a dog a bone.
Shit. Oh, dude, those would be big ass dog bones. It's a mammoth by Kong.
Where would fuck that shit up?
Oh yeah, dude. Topanga would just bury it, and then she'd
Like
go
a
get it. Go get it later. No, she don't trust nobody.
You know, taking that much time to bury a woolly mammoth bone.
Yeah.
Shit.
She takes her time though.
Just go get the money from the fucking museum.
Well, that's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Yeah, well, shout out.
But if you're on
Later,
X,
bitches.
keep an eye out on this Ryan Garcia shit, dude. It's wild, dude. This kid's going off the deep end, talking to Andrew Tate, talking to Alex Jones on Twitter
that's all you had to tell me.
Spaces. On Twitter Spaces. But the fact that they're involved, and Andrew Tate's like, be very careful, brother. You're going down a dangerous. He's like, I don't give a fuck, bro. They made me watch all this crazy shit, and I went to Bohemian Grove. It's real, dog. It's real. It's wild. Like spazzing.
Dude, we're about to, I hope I get to go. Feels like I should. Being the best podcaster in California. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I reach every continent. Except for the Arctic where the woolly mammoth is, but we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll show up. We'll be there. We'll be there. Don't worry. We're coming for you. We're gonna come. We're coming for the bases.
Talk shit manufacturing.
Yeah.
Peace.
Oh,
Shout out.
No, we at 128. Appreciate y'all checking it out. Bohemian Groove. Like, follow, subscribe. As always, we appreciate you. Y'all be good. Be safe. I think this kid's got to go smoke a cigarette or something.
No, I just thought we were done.
Well, we are now. No, we appreciate y'all, but as always, fuck off. Go fuck yourselves.
Your mother.
Recording stopped.